Okay, so in this short video I will show you how to combine multiple renaming actions into a multi-step rename. At this point, you should already know that you can drag and drop files and folders from the Finder into the Preview table, and that you dial in your renaming parameters on the left side, starting from the top and working your way down. For most common renaming jobs, a single renaming action is sufficient, and you simply select a category, such as text, and then select an action within that category, say, add text to the end. So let's add an underscore to the end of our file names. But what if you want to insert something at the front and the end of the file name? In that case, we simply click on the Show Advanced Sidebar button to reveal the multi-step interface. You can see that there are two tabs, Actions and Presets. In this video, we will concentrate on the Action tab, but the Presets tab is the place where you can store frequently used renaming parameters, so you are able to easily reuse them in a future renaming session. Let's have a quick look at what we can see in the action list. First, we have some text that tells us that we are adding an underscore to the end. Note that this updates in real time. With the plus button at the bottom, we can duplicate this action. Note that when you do that, a new column appears that shows the intermediary results. In the current name column, we can see the unchanged current file name as before. In the Change To column, we see the file name with two underscores added. That's because we have two separate actions that add one underscore each. If we change the underscore to something else, we can see that the preview changes as well. This shows another feature of multi-step renames that it is important to keep in mind. The order in which the actions are applied often matters. In the action list, we can therefore drag and drop the actions to change the order in which they are applied. We wanted to add an underscore to the beginning and the end, so we select the first action and change it to Add Text to the beginning. And now we have an underscore at the beginning and at the end. Let's come back to the Intermediate Results column. This shows you what the input and the output file name for the current action is. When the action is selected, it shows the original name being transformed into the name with the underscore at the front. When we select the second action, we see that this action starts out with the result from the first action. In other words, the underscore at the front is already present. It is easy to get confused when you are working with lots of actions, especially if you are working with positions, such as insert text at the second position from the start. You will stay out of trouble as long as you remember that you are working with the output from the previous step. The Intermediate Results column is your best friend here, because it always shows you exactly what is happening in this current step. On small screens, however, the Intermediate Results column can take up too much space, so you can switch it off to save space. By default, it is shown whenever you have more than one action. You will also notice that there is a checkbox at the beginning of each action. This activates or disables that action. You can duplicate the current action with the plus button, delete the current action with the minus button, and clear all but the current action with the clear button. Finally, it is worth noting that you cannot close the advanced sidebar as long as you have more than one action in the actions list, because it would be very easy to become confused otherwise. And that brings us to the end of this short video. I hope you have found it to be useful. Please subscribe for more videos and leave a comment if you want to see a video about a particular subject. Thanks for watching.